If you are a high earning professional thinking about relocating to Washington, D.C., I need you to stop right now and watch this entire video because the things that most people think they know about moving to D.C. are either outdated, oversimplified, and sometimes flat out wrong. And making the wrong decision in this market could cost you tens of thousands of dollars and years of regret. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to break down everything you actually need to know before you make your move. We're talking about which neighborhoods are right for your lifestyle and your income level, what the DC housing market looks like right now in 2026, the biggest mistake that I see relocating buyers make, and why the difference between moving to DC proper versus Northern Virginia versus Maryland matters far more than most people realize. My name's Akil Atkins. I'm a real estate agent with the Air Group in Keller Williams in the DC metro area, and I specialize in helping high-earning professionals and executives relocate to this region successfully. Stay with me, this one is worth your time. Now, before we get into it, I just want to take a quick second to speak directly to you. If you're seriously considering a move to the DC metro area, whether that's in the next 3 months or the next year, I want you to know that there are people just like you who reach out to me every single week for help with their relocation. Some are federal contractors, some are attorneys, some are just executive transferring here from out of state, and some are high-income professionals who are finally ready to put down their roots in a market that will actually build their wealth over time. Whatever brought you here, I'd love to help. All of my contact information is in the description below. Send me a message, you can schedule a call, or even just send a DM, and we can start figuring out exactly what this move looks like for you. No pressure, no pitch, just a real conversation. Now let's get into it. All of my contact information is in the description below. Send me a message, schedule a call, even if it's just a DM, and we can start figuring out exactly what this move looks like for you. No pressure, no pitch, just a real conversation. All right, let's get into it. Let me start with the big picture because context matters. In Washington, D.C. and its surrounding metro area have consistently been one of the most economically resilient real estate markets in the entire country. We're not just talking about a boom and bust city, we're talking about a market that is anchored by the federal government, defense contracting, technology, law, finance, and a number of international institutions, all of which generate high-paying, recession-resistant jobs. What's shifted in the past few years is the demographic who's moving here. We're seeing a significant influx of high-earning professionals from New York, Boston, San Francisco, and Chicago. People who are tired of paying $5,000 a month for a one-bedroom apartment when they can get a stunning townhome in a walkable DC neighborhood for a mortgage payment that's actually manageable. The value proposition of DC compared to other major metros is genuinely compelling right now. And for buyers who are coming in with strong incomes and good financial positions, this is a market where you can build serious equity over a relatively short period of time. I want to show you exactly why and what that looks like in practice. DC proper versus Northern Virginia versus Maryland. This is the decision framework. This is probably the single most important decision you'll make before you relocate. And most people get it wrong because they base it on a Google search instead of a real framework. So let me give you the real framework right now. DC proper, meaning inside of the district itself, is for you if you want walkability, culture, dining, nightlife, and the ability to be at the center of everything. You're looking at neighborhoods like Georgetown, Capitol Hill, Logan Circle, The Wharf, and Navy Yard. Price points for quality homes in these areas start at around $800K and go well into the multi-millions. The lifestyle is urban, the density is high, and the appreciation history in these neighborhoods have been extremely strong. In Northern Virginia, we have places like McLean, Alexandria, Arlington, Reston, Tyson's Corner, and Falls Church. This is for you if you want more space, coveted school districts, community amenities, and strong appreciation in a more suburban setting. Northern Virginia is also where a massive concentration of defense contractors and federal agencies are located. So if your job is pulling you out to the Dulles area or Reston Town Center, this is likely where you want to be. You still get incredible amenities, Michelin star restaurants, luxury shopping, and easy access to the DC area via Metro. In Maryland, we have Montgomery County, Bethesda, Chevy Chase, Silver Spring, and Prince George's County. This is for you if you want proximity to DC on the Maryland side. This is for you if you want proximity to DC, but on the Maryland side. Access to NIH, the FDA, and a number of other federal agencies in that region. Access to the NIH, FDA, and a number of other federal agencies in that region. If you're looking for more value per square foot in specific pockets, Bethesda and Chevy Chase are legitimately some of the most desirable communities in the entire region and offer an exceptional quality of life. Now, let me give you a real market update because this is the information that will directly affect your decision making. Inventory across the DC metro area has remained historically tight, which has continued to apply upward pressure on home prices, even if mortgage prices have fluctuated. The buyers who waited for rates to drop dramatically in 2024 and 2025 largely found that prices rose faster than their savings and rates, meaning that waiting cost many of them money. In 2026, the buyers who are succeeding are the ones who are moving with clarity and strategy. They're getting pre-approved and understanding that their purchasing power and locking in homes in neighborhoods with strong appreciation fundamentals is a must before the next wave of spring buyers floods the market and drives competition even higher. What I consistently tell my relocation clients is this: in this market, time in the market beats timing the market. Every quarter you delay purchasing in the DC metro area is a quarter where you're building someone else's equity instead of your own. That is just the mathematical reality of this market, and it's something I want you to walk away from this video understanding very clearly. Now let me give you a breakdown of the neighborhoods that are consistently attracting high-earning professionals in 2026. These are places where I'm personally helping buyers find homes right now, so it's as current as it gets. McLean, Virginia continues to be one of the most desirable addresses in the entire region. It is home to some of the highest household incomes in the country, exceptional public schools, and a level of privacy and prestige that attracts executives, diplomats, and senior government officials. Home prices here are premium, typically starting around $1.2 million for a single family home, but the caliber of what you get and the stability of the market justify that entry point for the right buyer. I've talked about Reston, Virginia, and how it's been one of the more exciting growth stories in Northern Virginia for the past 5 years. The Metro Silver Line extension brought Reston Town Center directly onto the DC rail network, which accelerated appreciation significantly. Reston attracts a lot of tech professionals and executives and has a beautiful community feel with lakes, trails, and a genuinely walkable town center. Georgetown continues to remain one of the most iconic and tightly held neighborhoods in DC proper. If you want the best of urban DC living, cobblestone streets, independent boutiques, world-class restaurants, and proximity to Georgetown University, Georgetown delivers that premium price point that has held remarkable well over time. Georgetown delivers that at a premium price point that has held remarkably well over time. If you can buy here, this is a neighborhood where your home will never struggle to hold its value. I've helped a lot of professionals relocate to this market, and I want to save you from the mistakes that I see most often. Number one, underestimating how competitive this market is. People come from cities where they had time to deliberate and make multiple offers, and they arrive in DC expecting that same pace. I can assure you that is not this market. In desirable neighborhoods, well-priced homes move in days, sometimes over a weekend. If you are not prepared to move decisively, you will lose homes to buyers who are. Mistake number two, choosing the neighborhood based on aesthetics alone without thinking about your actual daily life. I always ask my clients, where's your office? Where are your kids going to school? How important is walkability to you? How often do you want to be in downtown DC versus your neighborhood? Where are your kids going to school? How important is walkability to you? These questions determine where you should live far more than any Instagram photo of a neighborhood's main street. Mistake number three, trying to navigate this market without a local expert who specifically understands the relocation experience. This market is very nuanced. It takes years of on-the-ground experience to understand from which streets in a neighborhood command premium prices, to how to evaluate school districts and zoning, to what a fair offer looks like in a very competitive situation. Working with an agent who relocates high-earning professionals for a living, it's really not a luxury in this market. It's a strategy and a necessity. So let me close the main content section of this video with a practical action plan for you. Step one, get clear on your financial position before you seriously start touring homes. That means get a full pre-approval, not just a pre-qualification, an actual approval. So you know exactly what your purchasing power is, down to the dollar. In a competitive market, walking in pre-approved is the difference between being taken seriously and being potentially overlooked. Step two, define your non-negotiables. Commute time, school district, walkability score, garage, backyard, whatever your list is, get it on paper and separate it from your nice-to-haves. This will help your agent serve you at a much higher level and make faster decisions when the right property appears. Step three, engage a local expert early. Not 2 weeks before you need to move, but 2 to 3 months in advance. The relocation buyers who succeed in this market are the ones who build a real relationship with their agent, go through proper market education, and are positioned and ready when the right home becomes available. That's the process I run with every client that I work with, and it's the reason why my clients consistently get into homes that other buyers miss. That is everything you need to know to start your DC Metro relocation the right way. If this video gave you clarity, I want you to do 3 things right now. Hit the subscribe button so you do not miss the next video in this series. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you looking in DC proper, Northern Virginia, or Maryland? Drop a comment below and let me know, are you looking in DC proper, Northern Virginia, or Maryland? I read every single comment and I'm sure to respond. And if you're ready to have a real conversation about your move, all of my contact information is in the description below. I'd love to hear what brought you to the DC area and where you are in the process. Now, if you want to go even deeper on one of the most searched topics for people relocating to this region, watch the next video coming up next. It's going to give you a side-by-side breakdown of DC, Northern Virginia, and Maryland that'll tell you exactly which markets fit your lifestyle and your financial goals. I'll see you there.